Elizabeth Judith, your courage coach, with your cup of courage for the day. Have you taken your first step yet? Have you taken that first action towards intentionally creating the change that you want to make in your life? A couple of days ago, I was talking to you about how you don't need to see the whole staircase, just take the first step. Needing to see that whole staircase is just one of the ways that our minds can keep us stuck and not moving forward. Another way is that we put too much importance onto exactly what that first step is, feeling like it needs to be the perfect first step. I didn't share with you the first part of that quote. It actually says, take the first step in faith. You don't need to see the whole staircase. Just take the first step. So take the first step trusting that further guidance will come and you will know where to go from there. It really doesn't matter. Just take the first step. There's a great story that Anthony Robbins tells about when he first met General Schwarzkopf, who clearly has to make huge decisions on a regular basis, decisions that affect a lot of people, and he needs to make them quickly. And so Anthony Robbins asked him, how did he learn to do that? And Schwarzkopf told him about a story when he was much earlier in his career and working under a 2-star general. And he had been working with a team on preparing for a big operation or a big project. And they had been putting together and gathering information for nearly 2 years, maybe more than 2 years. And the day had come where they needed to make a presentation to the general with all their information so that he could make a decision. And they were thinking it was going to take at least a day or two to cover all the information that they had gathered over that 2 years. And they were about an hour into the presentation when the general stopped them and said, "Thank you. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go with plan A." And everyone was in shock. And Schwarzkopf waited till he could get the general in private before he asked him, how could you possibly make a decision after 1 hour when we who have been working on this for, 2 years don't even know what the best choice is? And the general said, well, I went with my gut. I went with what felt right. And I will throw myself into that decision 150%. Until if, as, and when it becomes clear that I need to make another choice. At that point, I will throw myself into it 150%. But the one position that is indefensible is no choice at all. And that's so true with the choices that we make in our life. We can stay caught up forever trying to make the right choice. And the best, you have to get yourself into action. That's where you'll even get the guidance. It's not about so much even the perfect choice. It's just getting yourself into action so that you can then listen to that guidance. The best-selling author, Mike Dooley, who wrote Infinite Possibilities, and I'm a certified Infinite Possibilities trainer, he has a great analogy for this journey. He uses GPS. The truth is, we plug in our end destination, but we can't begin to get directions. We can't begin to get guidance until we put our car in gear, until we start moving forward. Then we start getting that guidance. And sure, you can try to look at all the steps in advance and look at it, but there's no way to foresee if you're going to run into traffic or if there's going to be an accident. There's just no way to know. You plug in the end destination and get the car in gear, get yourself going. And then as you go along, you will be able to see, what you need to do from there. And, oh, there's an accident. I'm going to get off here. And as soon as you get off, the guidance starts adjusting. And how do we get there from there? You see? So if you haven't taken that first step yet, that's what today's Cup of Courage is all about. Do it today. Go out there and live from your courageous heart.